being very serious on their seats last time, so they're not messing up.
Serious on their seats. Oh, where they're sitting? Appointees from the council, right?
No, just the mayor.
Oh, just the mayor.
Well, the mayor appoints them and then the council
Concurs.
authorizes it or whatever it's called. There's a couple of it.
So we had the mayor doing that. Please suggested that each one come from here. We didn't have wards, but like that the council member should be something.
Yeah, we might be doing some changing.
Yeah.
Hearing devices are available. Please see the city clerk. To avoid meeting disruptions, please place cell phones in silent mode or turn them off during the meeting. All meetings are recorded. When addressing the Planning Commission, please sign in and state your name and speak clearly into the microphone. Thank you for your understanding. Item 1, Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Lewis.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. And item 1.2, roll call. Commissioner Vanderheiden
Present.
and Commissioner Garvin, I'm here. Commissioner Wagner,
Present.
Commissioner Lewis,
Present.
Commissioner Williams. Oh, Commissioner Flores
Present.
and Vice Chair McCullough
Present.
and Commissioner White.
Present.
All right, we have a quorum. Item 1.3, public forum. This is the portion of the meeting devoted to the public. The public may comment on any matter that is not specifically included on the agenda as an action item. Items not included on the agenda cannot be acted upon other than to place them on a future agenda. If you wish to comment, you can do so in person at the meeting or use the raise your hand feature in Zoom, *9 if you're participating via phone. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Please avoid repetition. The chair may, at her discretion, hold comments until the second public forum at the end of the meeting. Public comments submitted prior to 4 p.m. the day of the meeting will be provided to the Planning Commission and added to the record, but will not be read during the live meeting. Any public input received after 4 p.m. the day of the meeting will be included in the record, but may not reach the commission members before action is taken. Is there any public input? If you are speaking at the podium, please again print your name on the sheet provided. Is there anybody on Zoom? All right. Item 1.4, approval of tonight's agenda. Can I have a motion?
I'll move to approve tonight's agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Thank you. So we have a motion from Commissioner Wagner, a second from Commissioner Lewis. Let's vote.
I'm gonna have to do a verbal vote.
So will I.
Yes, yes.
I also vote yes.
And that passes 7-0. 1.5, approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Can I have a motion? Commissioner Flores?
I move to approve the minutes from the prior meeting of the Planning Commission.
You.
I will second.
We have a motion from Commissioner Flores, a second from Commissioner Vanderheiden. Let's vote.
Can I ask a question? Were the minutes included in our agenda packet? I have our agenda packet right here and I'm not seeing them unless I'm missing. Am I missing them?
Yeah, it's there. Go back. Oh, well, it's not in that. It's right here.
As long as they're. Okay. Yeah, in the meeting itself, just.
Oh, I vote yes.
Okay, and that passes 7-0. Agenda 2, general business. 2.1, discussion and possible action to formally establish a steering committee for the City of Fernley the City of Fernley Comprehensive Master Plan update, and for the Planning Commission to appoint members for steering committee membership.
Excuse me. Thank you.
One moment.
Oh.
Did you want to say something, Jenny?
Yes, I'm not voting. Am I? Are you guys hearing me vote?
We heard you.
Okay. All right. I didn't think I said anything, but okay. That's good. Carry on. Let's go.
Thank you, Commission. Michelle Rambo, Planning Director for the record. This was continued from our last meeting to give you guys some more time to recruit some volunteers for the steering committee for the master plan update. So I have people from Commissioner McCullers, Commissioner Vanderheiden, and Commissioner Flores. So you can I will either take them now or you can email them to me later, whatever's easier for you guys.
I forget how many steering committee do you need?
Well, there isn't really a set number.
Say 7 or 8 maybe?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And we have 3 potentials,
Mhm.
only 3 people who are, and maybe can we indicate who else, has, I like to know for my neighbor to know how close we are to having a quorum for that, that
Well,
process.
we're going to take what we get tonight, and then if we need to, we'll fill in the blanks. We've got some ideas of people that we might pull in. So it'll be upcoming. And then once we have the names, we will reach out to each of them to schedule meetings.
Just a commentary. It was not easy to get people to commit to this. I'm sure you understand, right? Because it's not specified by when, and maybe it was all going to take care in a year. Maybe it's only people who it's very few select people who can.
Okay. Yeah.
Commissioner White?
Are we limited to only supplying one person? Because I have 2 people who have potential interest depending on times. Am I allowed to supply more
Give
than
us,
one?
yeah, give me both and
Okay.
we'll see which one fits or
Okay.
maybe both will.
I'll send you an email with them.
Okay.
I have 2 as well. I will send you an email.
Okay.
I'm sure you need their contact information.
Yes, I will need at least a phone number. An email would be good too.
If you're taking nominations tonight, my nominee is in the audience, Becky Howlett. So we can get her contact information after the meeting.
Actually, Becky was one of the ones we were thinking about. So good. She was going to get volunteered whether she liked it or not.
I'll email you information with an email and a phone number.
Okay, perfect. Thank you
As
so
soon as
much.
I get internet.
I also have one of the consultant team here. If you have any questions specifically about the steering committee or you want to talk to him at all.
Do you have an inclination at all when the meeting might take place at 4 and 5, 4 p.m., 5 p.m.? That
We
would
were
be
going to
interesting.
just see what everybody was available for.
Yeah, so that they're not get surprised by a 10 a.m. wake up call, something like that.
Fred Turnier, consultant for the city of Fernley. And for the steering committee, typically it would be, we work with them. Typically it's going to be after, work hours. It could be remote, in person. You know, we always prefer in person, but remote is fine. And again, with the steering committee, this is for, you know, looking at the future of Fernley over the next 20 plus years. So, you know, some things we could look at immediately, but mostly we're taking kind of a long view on this.
I just had a commentary. My neighbor didn't realize how large the municipal boundaries of Fernley was. When people don't look at the map and then they look at it and they see it's an enormous swath of territory, which is interesting because we have a lot of room to claim
Yes.
as it were.
It's somewhere around 165 square miles. And then I was doing some comparisons the other day, just for information. And Denver is only 150 something square miles. So we're bigger than Denver. Most people don't realize how big it is.
And I'm sorry, is this one, like a meeting once a month or?
Right now, we're looking at probably 4 meetings at a minimum over the next, say, 12 months.
Oh,
And so, again, once we have the steering committee formed, we'll start working on just a schedule. Again, it's the steering committee is going to be in place to help at key milestones in the project. They don't have to worry about, is this going to be 40 plus hours a month or something? That we're looking at anywhere between 5 and 10 hours max per month over the next 12 months, just from a commitment standpoint.
all right. I wasn't lying to my nominees. That's what I thought. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions?
Okay. I will be on the lookout for those emails and we'll get that going. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Item 3, public hearing. Item 3.1, discussion and possible action of a type 1 vacation request, T1 V 25001 by M4 Victory Development LLC to abandon a portion of the public roadway known as Duffy Road located east of Nevada Pacific Parkway and south of Interstate 80 within the Mark IV Victory Logistics District.
Good afternoon, Planning Commissioners. Alex Lopez Martinez, Project Manager with the Engineering Department, for the record. You're going to have to forgive me. I believe this is the first time I'm presenting to this body, so a little bit nervous up here. But as Commissioner Garvin just read, I'm here to present light item 3.1, which is a type 1 vacation request from the developer M4 Victory Development LLC. That's to abandon a portion of the public roadway known as Duffy Road. That's located within their Victory Logistics District development that's currently under construction. So I've provided a presentation here today, so just bear with me while we go through it. So first we'll take a look at the vicinity map so we get a better idea of what section or what portion of Duffy Road this vacation is regarding. So if we take a look at the vicinity map presented to the right, the portion of Duffy Road that is being requested to be vacated is this one right here, highlighted in yellow. It's roughly 0.53 miles, and that section of Duffy Road was relinquished by the Nevada Department of Transportation and was approved by City Council with a cooperative transfer agreement, and that agreement was recorded on July 29th, 2024. And as part of the abandonment of Duffy Road, a new road will be constructed in its place, that being Innovation Drive, and that's this road highlighted in orange. This road will, again, supplement that road that is being abandoned and to still provide public access and connectivity to the folks that use that portion of Duffy Road daily. As part of the Innovation Drive, we have a couple of things currently in motion. We have construction plans that are currently in review. We will require the developer to provide a security bond for all the construction improvements. That's actually already been provided. And we also need state approvals, and those are currently in process. Those approvals being with the Nevada Department of Transportation for some traffic control on Nevada Pacific, and as well as portions of Duffy that are still under their jurisdiction, and as well as the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection Agency, and that's regarding some sanitary sewer that's being proposed underneath that roadway. The water main extension that is being constructed as well for that section of road is currently permitted and under construction. And lastly, I did want to illustrate the portions of Duffy that are not subject to this abandonment. Those highlighted in red, those portions will continue to be under NDOT's jurisdiction, and those will not be altered with this vacation. And here's again a quick summary of what, just to summarize what I just covered. So regarding public access, a temporary public access easement and maintenance agreement has been drafted and will be finalized and recorded if approved, if this vacation is approved. And this temporary public access easement and maintenance agreement ensures that the developer, Mark IV Capital, will assume all Duffy Road maintenance and liability responsibilities. This agreement, easement and agreement will be in effect until that new road, Innovation Drive, has been constructed and has been accepted by the city of Fernley for dedication. A vehicle access will continue to be provided for the general public, as I mentioned, for those that use that section of Duffy Road daily. And as I mentioned, this will be finalized and recorded if approved. And this will be done prior to construction commencing. Traffic control. So I did want to provide some visual examples of what traffic control will look like out there. What they're proposing is once we reach the portion of construction where we can move forward with demolition of Duffy, we will, they will be that area that is, I guess I'll point over here, this area right here. That's where they'll begin portions of the eastbound demo of Duffy. We will still have 2 traffic lanes for vehicle access, both of those being 11-foot wide traffic lanes, so very standard widths for roadways. And when we shift over to the westbound demolition of Duffy, again, 2 lanes are provided for vehicle access and travel. Both of those lanes, again, 11 feet, meeting standard lane widths. And when we shift over to the eastern portion of Duffy Road that connects to the underpass and then crosses over Interstate 80, this is what they're proposing. Again, we will have half lane closures where they will be demoing, in this case, the eastern portion as well as the western portion, or vice versa, whichever comes first. And to ensure public safety out there, and they will be providing temporary signalization on both ends of Duffy at the intersection point, and that will be there until that connection improvement has been done and we can safely get people across Innovation onto Duffy, and then we can begin demo work of the rest of Duffy Road. And I know I kind of sped through that. Again, my apologies, kind of nervous, but we do recommend approval of this action item, and here's some motion language if you so choose. And I'm available if you have any additional questions, and we do have representatives of Mark IV here if I'm not able to answer them.
Commissioner Flores.
Just a quick procedural question. So abandonment allows the client to demolish the road. Is that what it is? Automatic? Now, does that always happen, or is just a feature of this document right here?
It's a feature of this
Action.
of this process. Yeah.
Okay, so we know this is going to be demolished, and he doesn't. Well, that's fine. I just wanted to know the distinction between abandonment and demolishment, that they can go together. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it'll go hand in hand.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Lewis.
Have you guys talked to the neighbors? I know there's a lot of big, ranches and not really ranches, but large acreage and property out there. Have you guys talked to any of the homeowners?
I believe notice was provided through the Reno Gazette Journal and then individually mailed out to each one of the property owners out there.
Okay.
I don't believe we received comments.
It's
Yeah.
gravel. I'm sure they might be interested in it being paved.
Yeah.
It's been gravelled forever.
Yeah, we'll ensure that it's safe and accessible for the vehicle traffic out there.
Okay.
I was out there recently and I was pretty surprised at the amount of semi traffic that uses it. So
Yeah.
we'll ensure that it's adequate for them as well.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Commissioner Wagner.
My only concern on this, on the temporary access easement, is there specific language that ensures the old road is not demolished before there is vehicle access provided on the new road?
I believe that is the case. I don't know if Doug, you'd like to elaborate.
Good evening, Planning Commissioners. Doug Thornley of Holland and Hart on behalf of Mark IV Capital. Commissioner Wagner, yes, the document itself does provide that Duffy Road will not be, raised without access first being provided on the new road.
Commissioner Vanderheiden.
And then is it just the roadway surface itself that'll be improved in that underpass? Or will the underpass undergo any?
The underpass isn't going to be touched at the moment. That's still within NDOT right away, but the plan is just to end just south of the underpass.
Got it. Okay.
Any other comments or questions from the commission? Vice Chair McCullough? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
I believe this is a public hearing, so we had to.
Yes, I was just going to call for that.
Perfect.
All right. Is there any public input at this time? If so, come to the podium and write your name and speak clearly.
Alex, can I bring up that drawing? I just want to explain something. For the record, Scott Barnes, Vice President for Mark IV Capital. And what I should explain, because I'm sure comes up as a question, from this drawing and then the other ones that were shown for the traffic control, it is our plan to complete construction of Innovation Drive before we demolish and remove a Duffy Road. And we've been working with NDOT and the city on this for 3 years now. And we have to provide access underneath the Interstate 80, the freeway, because there's about 10 semi trucks that roll through there daily. And they're going to a pit up there on the northeast side. And so there's a lot of activity. And when you drive this road, it's paved, but it slowly starts falling apart as it comes up to this portion right through here. And it's probably best defined as a gravel road that used to be paved. So as we go through with this, once we finish this abandonment, we'll be able to file and record final map C, which defines these parcels here. And it also helps to define the right of way here and here. NDOT has told us from the very beginning, they don't want us touching anything within their right of way. And that's that small pass through that goes underneath the freeway. So the only coordinating part will be this area here as we're constructing new Innovation Drive and paving that. We'll have to do some traffic control, and that was those shaded areas on the traffic control plans that Q&D prepared. That'll allow traffic to go still through this until we finish up this construction. So there'll be a little bit of a period of time where we're rerouting that traffic. And that's why we have the signage, the signals and everything else. But at the end of the day, this will be abandoned fully and demolished, and the new traffic will go through a full paved road and go underneath there. So it'll be a lot more safe, and it'll be a better improved roadway surface. But I just wanted to explain that because there's a period of time where we're going from constructing a new road, diverting traffic, opening and offering the road for dedication. The city accepts it, and then we'll demolish that. And Mark IV is responsible for keeping that existing roadway, in a operable condition until such time that we finish the roadway for innovation. If you have any other questions, I'm here and I can help you with that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Oh, one moment. We have a gentleman here that would like to.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I am John Duffy, for the record. My family is the namesake of the road under discussion tonight. I didn't get all of the information, so thank you for the presentations tonight and the additional information provided. My family still has property out in that area, a number of parcels, so we are greatly concerned with the access which has been demonstrated will be provided. So thank you very much. I do have a request that we have a split according. Could you bring up the map that this vicinity map, please?
Since I'm here.
Yes, thank you. Your assistance is appreciated.
I'm not even doing it. Somebody's doing it.
Okay. Let's see. Is there a laser on here? Maybe I can point to it. I don't know. I'm not going to press all the buttons. So there is a portion here that is now looks to be considered to be Innovation Drive in the future. We're going to abandon the Central Pacific Railroad right away, which is that curved area as it comes around. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Oh.
I'm not sure you're even concerned, but you might be interested. That was the Transcontinental Railroad that went through there in 1868, which might be of interest to some folks. It is certainly to me, being a trained fanatic. Anyway, that portion of the road there that is currently Duffy Road is quite ancient. However, I appreciate that you plan on improving the road. That would be of great benefit to both my properties out there as well as the properties of others out there. But I have a question for you. In the area of the existing portion of Duffy Road to the left, your abandonment portion that you want to rename as Innovation Drive, and then we're picking up Duffy Road again. And I'm curious if we can't see to it to perhaps call that portion Duffy Road, named for my parents, pioneers in the area, dating back to the 1950s. My mother was a school teacher at Fernley Elementary for a number of years. And so this has history for our area. So I would request that you consider that for that portion of Innovation Drive as a continuance of Duffy Road there on the left, all the way to Duffy Road that will continue there to the north. I understand that might complicate things and that you've had 3 years of planning in place. I could see a sigh back here. I understand this is not the first time I've been looking at things like this. So those are my comments. I would appreciate that the commission look at this as history for the area, both for the railroad history, which might be of some concern to a few folks, but of great concern to myself and my family, is that the pioneers and the namesake of this road be preserved in its entirety. Any questions for me from anyone?
I don't, but thank you very much.
All right, very good. Thank you.
And we have somebody on Zoom?
Yes, Elisa Rhino for the record. My question is, I understand we're going to be improving the road, but are we going to be making that road any larger considering the additional traffic that's going to be going on that road? Is it still going to be one lane each way, or are we expanding it to maybe 2 lanes each way?
I could answer that question. Alex Lopez Martinez, project manager for the record. That Innovation Drive will be a larger road, potentially a 6-lane road connecting to Nevada Pacific Parkway, and then reducing down to 4 lanes once you go further in and you get to that first intersection.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else on Zoom? Any other public comments? All right, any additional questions?
Based on Mr. Duffy and living here for as long as most of us have up here, how difficult would it be to keep that portion named Duffy? Is that a real, could that be a real problem? Could that be something we could look at? Or is that just don't want to go back to NDOT for 3 years?
Luckily, I don't think we'll have to go back to NDOT, maybe because Duffy Road is, again, there will be sections of Duffy Road that are going to be NDOT and it is still within their right of way. We do run into a couple complications where we've already recorded a final subdivision map with Innovation Drive to be dedicated as right of way under that name. So there might be some paperwork and coordination with Lyon County as well to see if we can make that happen. But I think Scott wanted to add some.
Yeah, the Duffy Road will remain, going up from the intersection up here to under. What I would like to mention to the Duffy family is, and it's not part of this project, but our North Fernley plan. There's the California Trail in addition to the railroad that comes through here. And I know this isn't applicable to tonight's discussion, but for future, we are talking about when we do the North Fernley plan over here, we have the California Trail identified there. And some of the attributes we're talking about adding to that plan is either an active or passive museum type parcel that we can collect items that we find in the field to display. And like you mentioned, the Duffy family is a namesake here in the valley. So even though we don't do anything with this area per se, as we start identifying cultural significance, we can add that to that area in the North Fernley plan. We have had Broadbent Associates out up here looking through this area, and they didn't find too many items other than some bottles and plates and everything right along where that railroad once was. You can go out here and drive this area and see where the tracks used to be. There's still the ballast in that area. But after tonight, I'll give you my card because we have yet to define what this cultural significant and acknowledgement area will be. And so we'll be working with the public on that. We haven't started the master planning for yet, other than working with the city on their Northwest plan for that. So, this is an element that we acknowledge and we want to bring to fruition for this area. And we even show it on some of the maps we've already been working on. I don't know if that helps anybody, but we have recognized that significance and we'll be working with you on that. I'm sorry, I keep looking away from the microphone.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. That explains it. Just as long as we are doing, I mean, he's owned that parcel for several decades.
Yeah.
So I think that would be something for us to hopefully move forward on. Thank you.
Commissioner Flores?
I just thought, even after the fact of naming that road, what was it? What? Innovation. It is possible in the future to appeal that and change the name back that section to Duffy after it's constructed, right? With that, I think that might be easier to do, accomplish than trying to do something in between here, I'm just saying.
That is correct. We do offer street name changes or reservations after the fact.
It would be something I would support actually after the fact. Okay.
Oh, hi, Jen.
Vice Chair McCullough?
Yeah, I I appreciate the new road being improved, but I think that we should honor this family and try to do the little bit of extra paperwork that the family is requesting and keep that namesake of that road, especially with it's, not a whole lot, like they were saying, it's just a little bit of extra paperwork. And I think it would be better to do it ahead of time rather than after. So if we could maybe work that in a motion to, approve it with the mind that we're gonna maybe maintain part of it to be Duffy Road, I would be all for that. I like honoring the family, especially with their history.
Okay. Is there any other comments, questions, or discussion? Okay. We have one more public input.
Hi, Becky. Hi, Becky Hallett for the record. My question is if the name doesn't change, if they change it from Duffy where it comes into Nevada Pacific and then it's Innovation up until it goes under the freeway and becomes Duffy again, how do you distinguish the two roads? Because if you're calling because you have an emergency, how do you say which section of Duffy you're on? I mean, you're supposed to give a cross street, but it still sometimes gets a little confusing.
And
I think it's the anticipation of what the intention is, but the motion or the item is to formally vacate the old Duffy.
And
so
Aaron,
that
Aaron Mortson, City Attorney, I just want to step in. I know we've kind of gone off topic a little bit. I just want to make sure that we stay on topic on this one.
that's what I was doing.
You're doing great.
So yeah, we're just talking about vacating the existing road so that we can formally make that the new road.
Okay, thank you.
So, no, thank you. Okay, with that, can we please get a motion? Commissioner Wagner.
Before I make the motion, support what Commissioner McCullough mentioned. I think it would make sense to make Duffy continuous, but it's not agendized tonight, so I don't think we'd be even able to make a motion. Is that correct?
Aaron Mortson, City Attorney, correct. We cannot take any action on that.
So I think what we're voting on tonight is the vacation. With that, I move to recommend approval of T1V25001, a type 1 vacation to vacate approximately 0.53 miles of the public roadway known as Duffy Road.
Thank you. Can I have a second? Commissioner Vanderheiden.
I will second.
All right, thank you. Let's vote.
Robert votes yes. I vote yes.
I vote yes.
Okay, and that passes 7-0.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 4, Chair and Commission items. Are there any items that the commission would like to bring up? Commissioner Wagner?
So coming into this meeting this afternoon, I kind of got an earful from a resident, new to Fernley. The Sunrise Trails area that's being developed right now, is, I think we approved it all the way back in 2019, behind Grocery Outlet, between the railroad and, the marijuana shop there. This resident had just moved in there, mentioned a number of structural defects, and, told me that construction workers haven't touched the area, and she said 2 months, asked me to go visit it. So I did, just to confirm kind of what she said. And I'd agree with her assessment. There's weeds everywhere, construction materials everywhere, the wrapping for the sidings blowing off of the half-finished homes. So I guess my request is just to get an update maybe next meeting about where that construction process is, why residents were all already able to even move in at this point, and just get a timeline for what things look like, since it was, what, 7 years ago that we actually approved that,
I
which
can give
seems
you an
like a
update right now
long-
if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be great.
Sunrise Trails began construction. They got certificates of occupancy for the first, how many? 20 units. So if they've got people that can move into the first 20 units. I don't know how many people actually have moved in, but there's 20 that are open. They came across a problem with another agency, getting serviced by them. So they are working that issue out with them, and until then they cannot continue construction. So we're just waiting for all that to get fixed up now. But the construction defects and the weeds, I can pass on to code enforcement, and they can follow up on that. But as far as construction, that's why they stopped. There's some issues.
Okay, thank you. That at least gives me information to go back to this person with.
Okay. Any other items? All right, item 5, Planning Director items.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Michelle Rambo, Planning Director for the record. Update on your city council actions. We only had one meeting since, one council meeting, I should say, since our last planning commission meeting, and that was on April 1st. And at that meeting, they did first readings for the zoning map amendment and the master plan amendment for the Mark IV parcel that we just annexed in. And then we did adopt the AB 241, allowing the commercial or multifamily and commercial. As far as general updates, you should have all received an email on your city email. If you didn't get that, let me know, from Kimley Horn, to set up another round of meetings with them, joint planning commission council meetings for the South Area Plan to look at the new version. So if you have not gotten that email, let me know and I will. Okay. Okay. I will pass that on to you. And then if you guys could respond with your availability, we can get that scheduled and get that meeting going. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Michelle. All right. Item 6, requests for future agenda items. Commissioner Lewis?
I just am interested again in regards to the traffic counts that we had kind of talked about last meeting. I don't know how long that's going to take to compile. But I would like to see I think we all would like to kind of see what the traffic is going to really look like on Farm District. So I don't know if that's going to take a little while to put together, or if maybe by next meeting we can look at some numbers, or
The city, one of the city projects that we're working on is the corridor study for Farm District Road. And we just got the traffic demand model completed last week before, which will show you all the future traffic. So I've requested them to come in and make a presentation to you.
Oh, that would be excellent.
So probably next month.
Okay.
If not, it'll be June.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Commissioner Flores?
Yeah, this is just a general, I think as Fernley is growing, we're going to hit probably 30,000 people before 2030 or close to 3030, in my opinion. And I wonder if it'd be useful to get, I know that the Census Bureau only does areas. They have a limited, they can't really do accurate, too accurate sense, but I wonder if it would be possible to conduct a census, the city itself, conduct a separate census to be more accurate, more defined. So you get a lot cleaner information that way, because there are a lot of restrictions with census information that maybe you don't, that those restrictions can be ameliorated a little bit, and you will get a better report and better feel for the needs and wants of the city. Just saying, maybe we should.
Okay, I can look into that. I don't know where to start on that, but we can do some looking around.
All right. Any other requests for future items? All right. Item 7, public forum. This is a portion of the meeting devoted to the public. The public may comment on any matter that is not specifically included on the agenda as an action item. Items not included on this agenda cannot be acted upon other than to place them on a future agenda. If you wish to comment, you can do so in person at the meeting or use the raise your hand feature in Zoom, *9 if you are participating via phone. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Please avoid repetition. The chair may, at her discretion, hold comments until now. Public comments submitted prior to 4 p.m. the day of the meeting will be provided to the Planning Commission and added to the record, but will not be read during the live meeting. Any public input received after 4? Yes. Is there any public input? If you are speaking at the podium, please print your name on the sheet provided.
Good evening. Once again, Scott Barnes with Mark IV Capital. I wanted to let you know we're going to be doing a second open house on May 9th out at our properties in our office. We had about 250 people at the last open house we had last month. I stopped counting at 250, and all of the food we had brought out there was consumed. And so the caterer said, "You've got more than 250 just based on everything being gone." And so the benefit to you and to everybody else would be, we're conducting tours. We're taking people out in SUVs around the property so you can see how large the property is right now. We've got about 700 acres or so opened up, but we also have display boards, and just like I talked about the cultural aspect, we're having people put on sticky notes on one of the boards of ideas of what they want Fernley to become, what they want to see. And we definitely need input on what we do for this active or passive cultural element that we're going to do in the north as well, because we don't know everything that's happened out here in the last 100 years or so. So we're looking for a lot of input. We want to share and be as transparent as possible with our future intentions, what's going to happen out there. And so it's a good way to come out, see what we're doing, and get a tour of the site, because we really don't want people driving out there on their own. We've already had to pull a dozen or so people out if they get off the beaten track and get stuck in some of the sand or fall into a trench, which we haven't had happen. So we're real lucky there. But anyway, that will be May 9th. We'll be sending out invitations and flyers once again, and we really enjoy having you out there and anyone else on your Saturday morning. It usually runs from 10 till 2. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
John Duffy again for the record. I'm not sure if this is necessary, given that Commissioner Lewis has already brought this up previously, but I would like to formally request that an investigation be made into keeping the Duffy Road continuous. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you, Mr. Duffy.
And just for the record, Michelle Rambo, planning director for the record. Yeah, we can continue having conversations with Mark IV and see what they may be willing to do. But the name change is easy, so it can happen pretty much anytime if we get to that point.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, is there any other public input? Anybody on Zoom? All right, going once, going twice. Our next meeting will be on May 13th at 5 p.m. Meeting adjourned.